Hi, it's Kylie Coo. Welcome to my studio. This is the fifth part of my 52-week spiral scroll project. You'll see here I'm starting with my piece of watercolour paper that I previously put colour on. I will use some white gesso and also some of my sepia ink. Now, this video goes a bit awry, I'm afraid to say. Partway through filming, I thought, oh, my camera lens is starting to fog up a bit. And as it went on, I thought, I wiped it and it wasn't clearing. So I took the camera off its stand, had a look, and I realised it was actually condensation in the lens. So that means I kind of shortened the project a bit, but I'll take you through step by step what I did, and I'll let you see a close-up of the actual final page at the end, because the kind of fogginess caused by the condensation, you don't really get a good look at how the page ended up. And I was going to do other things to it, but I just kind of shortened the process. So there, all I've done is to put on a very thin layer of the white gesso, so that I was actually still seeing some of those markings underneath from the ink that had got onto that side. I then put on a thicker layer just along that bottom bit of the white gesso, and this is just part of one of these blister packs that I've just pressed into the wet gesso, and all I'll do at this stage is to give it a quick dry. So now that that's dry, it's not fully dry, but it's more or less dry. Now all I'm going to do is to drop a few bits of the sepia ink onto it. And you'll know this is kind of one of my favourite techniques, to let it run into the kind of cracks and grooves that's caused in the gesso. I spray it with a little bit of water, and then I just start to move it about. You'll see I do this quite slowly. I mean, sometimes I'm trying not to let it run off, other times, I don't know. I just kind of start to do this, and as I've said before, I just kind of work intuitively. It's a very organic process. You can't really control the ink at this stage, but there's just something, for me, fun and almost meditative about working in this kind of way. Then I just let it drop off. I should have actually put book page underneath there to start with. Didn't, but I'll get to a piece of that in just a moment, and then I will make sure that that excess ink goes onto the page. So there it is. I've actually dried it off at that stage with obviously the heat tool, but I've decided that I want to add a bit more texture into this, so I want a bit more of the white gesso. It's on thicker than that base layer, but not so thick that it would take ages to dry. So not spreading it out in a smooth manner, rather leaving it textured. And again, just making some marks directly into it. And what I'll do next is to add some more ink, but what I'm not going to do this time is dry it, because the ink will then actually sit on the gesso in a slightly different way. So putting some ink on, and then what I'll do is just spray it, and again I will just let that run about a bit into the kind of groove marks created in the texture of the gesso. And of course the ink at this point will take on a little bit of the white of the gesso. There I am, just blowing it around. And this is where I like to use the heat tool to also create some marks. So again, it's a bit of mark making, but just in a different way. You know, I can let the ink run, and I can quickly try and hold it in place by using the heat tool. Press it down there, just catching some of the little bits of ink that's dropped onto the paper. I'll try and darken up some of the bits of the gesso. Of course the gesso's still wet, so it creates even more texture in it by pressing it down onto the work surface, onto that page underneath. and it's got some really, really nice texture in it now. So it was around this point I started to notice the fog on the camera lens. I think you can really see it there, and it was having difficulty focusing. I'd stopped the camera, I'd wiped the lens, but I don't know, it just didn't seem to clear. And a little while later I took it off the stand, as I said, had a good look, and in fact it had condensation on the inside. So I've got the camera beside me just now. I've kept the lens open and I think it's going to be okay. I was worried that it was probably ruined, but I think we're going to be okay, thankfully. So just using the Stabilo oil now, just adding in a few darker areas, and then all I'll do is to take some water at the side, take a paintbrush, and then just start to activate the Stabilo oil and just spread it out a little bit around about the page. And at this point I had words in mind, a phrase in mind that again had been in my head all week. It's funny how just certain things stick in my mind. And I was thinking about ways that I might stamp it this week. Do you see an elephant there? I see an elephant. I know some of you are seeing different things in these pages as well, which is great. Do keep telling me what you see, because I love reading that. So yeah, I was starting to think, I know how I'm going to put my words on this week. However, I decided in the end to change that because the fogging just seemed to be getting worse, and I really didn't want to continue if the video wasn't up to, a reasonable standard of quality. But what I'll do in a minute is I'll show you an actual image, and you'll see from that image that it is much more vibrant than you can see here. So you'll see here the depth of colour and the depth of the texture. So if you've made it this far, thanks ever so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye for now.